Hey guys, MCU Collector here with another figure review, and here we have the GameStop exclusive Hasbro Power Rangers Lightning Collection, the 25th wedding anniversary, Mighty Morphin, Lord Zedd, and Rita Repulsa. So, pre-ordered way back in February, GameStop shipped it out, I had it overnighted, so I got it here today. In fact, as I got this in from UPS, I was actually right in the middle of doing the Lightning Collective podcast with my buddy Callum, so look out for that on Sunday. Link in the video description below to check out our thoughts on the newly revealed Wave 6 of Power Rangers. So I won't get into it here. Stay tuned for that podcast so you can hear all my thoughts on it. We'll touch upon two of those figures actually in this video because of some things going on. But other than that, for my full thoughts and wish list of what figures I would like to see in the next wave, check out that podcast. Again, the Lightning Collective podcast, link in the video description below. Starting off with this 2-pack, it is awesome. The artwork is really nice. We get the same style for Lord Zedd, Rita Repulsa there. One side is Rita Repulsa, the other side is Lord Zedd. Of course, up at the top, nothing really going on there. But a re-release of Lord Zedd already. I don't like it, but you know what? It's not that bad. We get into some nice updates. And if it gets us a Rita, then okay, I'm all for it because Rita is awesome. So can't wait to get that opened up. Looking at the back of the package, we have a look at the figures there. The bio reads, "The horror of your presence is absolutely required at the marriage of Rita Repulsa and Lord Zedd." So I guess that's an interesting one, right? Without further ado, let's get this opened up. Okay, and here is Zedd and Rita out of the package, and some really cool things, lots of accessories. So first, let's actually get in for a closer look at the accessories, talk about what's new, what's reused that we got before, and then we'll take a closer look at both of the figures. In this review video, I will not be doing a full review on Lord Zedd. I will be talking about any differences that there might be compared to the Wave 1 release of Lord Zedd, which I don't think there are going to be any differences, but we will take a look at those. This video is mainly going to focus on Rita Repulsa since she is new. So first up, let's again take a look at those accessories. Okay, so Lord Zedd, the one on the left is the original Wave 1 release. The one on the right is this brand new one from the 2-pack. And as you can see, they are basically the exact same. I can't really spot any differences other than, of course, the hands having the additional paint on the knuckles as well as the fingertips. So other than that, they are the same. Looking at it all the way around, there is no difference in there at all. If anything, maybe the brain is a little bit shinier red up at the top. As you can see, this is the new one here. So it looks like a little bit of a shinier red compared. Other than that, there's no difference. It's the same. We get the same red color, the same wash. It's a little bit heavier on Wave 1 right here on his chest, but that's it. So it's the same figure. So we're not going to spend any more time talking about Lord Zedd because obviously the highlight is going to be Rita Repulsa. There she is. Her face is so ugly. It's beautiful. Oh, look at that. I do have a complaint though because the head was cast in black plastic. So they painted the skin tone over it, and what happens when you do that over a dark color like black, you get some paint bleed. So like on her nose, you can see some of the black through the paint. It just didn't come out quite as nicely there, but overall it looks really good. I think it's a really good sculpt when you have, you know, Rita, who's always kind of has that over exaggerated look. She's yelling and everything. I think it looks really good. The head sculpt is great. The hair is just crazy. Look at the hair. That's sculpted quite nicely as well. You got all the bands and everything. A little bit of a wash would have been nice in the hair to bring out some of the texture, but it does look good, and I can't get too nitpicky there. Not so bad. The sculpt of the head sculpt all looks really good, and the headband and everything that she is wearing, that looks really good. And then you have this piece right here that's actually part of the head sculpt. That is nice. This dress piece that she wears, so here on the back with the feathers, this chest piece, this head, the collar piece, that is all one piece. As you can see, it's all kind of a rubbery, soft plastic material, very pliable. As you can see, her boobs, her cones are a little bit of a harder plastic, As you can see, those actually look really good. You know, I think a lot of us were probably concerned that would they be able to do the Rita figure justice and exactly how it was from the show. And I think for the most part they did it. I don't know if maybe the cones were a little bit bigger in the show, but I think it came out looking really good, and I'm glad that we actually got that in figure form, because honestly I would have thought they would not have done that. But there they go. And I think maybe that's why, you know, it was a fan channel exclusive or whatever, or GameStop, you know, it didn't go out to normal retail. I could be wrong. I don't know. I think she is rumored to be in Wave 7. Don't know how true that is. Take it with a grain of salt. Who knows? But we get there. Her dress is soft goods, so this is the first soft goods that we've experienced in the Power Rangers Lightning Collection line. You know, not all figure lines actually use soft goods, like Marvel Legends never ever does, Star Wars Black Series, sometimes G.I. Joe Classified. So far it's only going to be the Comic-Con Cobra Commander, but we get the soft goods dress here, and I think it looks pretty good. I think the color looks really good. The silver design here, I think it was a little bit different on the show, or kind of positioned a little bit differently, but it all looks really good. And then here on her arm as well, and then depending on how you turn the arm, you want to make sure that it's kind of normal, but all of that looks good there. So now let's zoom out and take a look at her articulation. Okay, as I already mentioned, so we're only going to go over the articulation for Rita, but I'll throw a card up here or something for the Lord Zedd, my review for the Wave 1 figure, so you can see the articulation for this 2-pack version. Again, it's going to be the exact same. But looking at Rita and her articulation, her headwear, this collar chin piece is going to get in the way of her looking down. She can a little bit, but it definitely gets in the way. She can look all the way up, which is really good. You get some pivot going on in there, and you can get the full rotation, of course, if that's what you're looking to do. Shoulders go up that high. We have the butterfly joint in there because under this dress is a standard female Power Ranger figure, just like, you know, like the Pink Ranger or Yellow Ranger or whatever. So it's just all done in black plastic. The lower arm is the skin tone, but the upper arm is actually black plastic as well. So be careful when bending these elbows because of the soft goods. It's hidden. You don't want to break it. You want to be very careful with it. You can also roll up the sleeve if you need to, but you get a single jointed elbow, so it's only going to give you about 90 degrees. There is a swivel at the elbow as well. I think I mentioned, but the butterfly joint is in there. It's not really usable because of this her clothing piece, this armor piece that she has on there, but it's there. The wrists swivel and they hinge, but the bracelet really hinders and gets in the way of that. Typical female Power Ranger figure, so we get the diaphragm rocker, so we can tilt to the side, tilt to the other side. You can go back slightly, you can go forward a little bit, and then you have the inverted ab crunch in there as well, but you can only get her to go down so far. Going back is actually quite a bit. As you can see there, she leans back. Legs go out only that far apart because of the dress, but of course, if you lift the dress up, you can get, you know, the full articulation, the full splits. You can kick forward, upper thigh cut, double jointed knee. Mine feels a little gummy, but it was out, you know, UPS out in the heat and everything. Foot hinges down, you get a hinge up, ankle pivot, peg holes at the bottom of the feet, and she has a little bit of a heel, but it's not too bad. It doesn't stop her from being able to stand up, and I was a little concerned because of this piece, this rubber piece, how it's pretty heavy, but it actually doesn't really keep her from standing. It's never all that difficult to get her to stand, so I was worried, you know, that she'd want to fall back because of the weight, but it's really not an issue, thank God. But yeah, there's her articulation. Pretty decent, but a little hindered with all the stuff that's going on, especially the soft goods dress. Okay, so here are all the bad guys from Mighty Morphin that we have. We have Goldar, which we're getting another damn Goldar already. Enough of that. Again, this Sunday, Lightning Collective podcast, you'll hear my thoughts on it. Link in the video description below. The Putty Patrollers. So, fun fact, Hasbro Pulse today shipped out my Putty Patrollers 2-pack. So, that'll take like 10 days because it comes across country and FedEx just absolutely sucks right now. So, it's going to take forever for me to get it. But I got it on the way, so that's cool. We need the Lord Zedd putties, though. I really want those. You know, do we need more putties? Yeah, I say so. But I really want the Lord Zedd ones. Even though these are cool, I want the Lord Zedd ones with the Z and the chest armor and everything. I think that's really cool. But here are all our bad guys together. We need the other ones, though, too. Finster. We need Scorpina. Babu, and what's the other one? I can't remember his name right now. But we need all of them made. You know, any villains, really. But I would like to see the Mighty Morphin villains. Who knows what Hasbro is going to do in the Lightning Collection line. You know, we got more villains than I would say Bandai really ever did in a collector line, at least. You know, the basic toy line for kids. Obviously, they do the villains and stuff for that. But for the collector line, they didn't do the villains. So now we actually have 4 different villains, and then depending on, you know, how you army build your putty, you can have a bunch of villains. But we want more. I need more. We need more, right? Let's keep telling Hasbro, give us more villains because they look great. Let's keep it going, Hasbro. Give us more. And not quite the Green Ranger that we want, but we have the Fighting Spirit Green Ranger next to Rita Repulsa. And surprisingly, he actually looks kind of small next to Rita, right? I mean, I don't know what it is about it. It just, maybe it's the hairpiece. It just makes her look huge because her head would be about head, shoulder height of Ranger. She just looks really tall compared to him. But we have Lord Zedd holding the Green Ranger crystal and this Green Ranger. But, you know, from leaked images of somebody having Wave 6 already, we saw a regular Green Ranger, which was weird. It's like, well, okay, well, that's probably going to be in Wave 6. And then it wasn't. So maybe Wave 7. Who knows what Hasbro is going to do, but we will get a regular Green Ranger soon or at some point. Okay, and here is the entire Mighty Morphin team next to Rita and Lord Zedd. So we also have the White Ranger thrown in there for good measure. Black Ranger with Dragon Shield. We know that now Wave 6 will have the regular Black Ranger, Zack, and he actually has an updated head sculpt to reflect how he looked in Season 2. So that was a nice touch for Hasbro to do with a re-release or a second release, I guess, since I guess it is a little bit different. So I'm very happy to have a regular Black Ranger to fill out the team in the regular suits, even though the Dragon Shield version I do think is really cool. But Rita next to all the Rangers, and that looks great. You know, having this 2-pack, I just think of the possibilities that you can do. So watching clips, you know, with Rita when she throws her magic wand and says, "Magic wand, make my monsters grow," right? So she can throw it, and that's a really nice touch. And then I'm sure a lot of you guys that focus on photography, so if you have it spiked into the ground, you could do like that lightning type of effect that it does when she does it, and it starts to take effect. So it could always make her monsters grow. So, you know, the first season of Power Rangers, when Rita was, you know, the main villain, it was the same thing every single episode, right? You know, they fight the monster, basically defeat the monster, then she says, she throws her wand, says, "Make my monster grow," then they grow, and then they fight with the Zords, and they win and save the day. And that's kind of always how it was every single episode. So you can actually recreate some of that now. The only villain that you're going to be able to use would actually be Goldar at this point, but hey, I mean, you know, it's better than nothing. But that's something that you could do here with that kind of that lightning effect. So I'm happy and pleased with that. Oh, and you know what's too bad? I was thinking about that. Make my monster grow. Say she does it to Goldar. Here's Goldar next to that Megazord. You can't even see the Megazord because that's how much taller it is. So it would be really cool if Hasbro did this. I mean, depending on how you guys feel, you know, Bandai Legacy Collection did the Build-A-Figure for the Megazord, for some of the different Megazords from the different seasons. So, you know, I don't think Hasbro's going to go that route, but in the Lightning Collection line, to scale well with villains, assuming we actually get some damn villains, because we only have Goldar now, Zedd and Rita, but they never went out there and fought, right? Goldar did. So if he can have him fighting a Megazord, that would be really cool. And this, it really isn't going to work because it's just so much taller. But that would have been a nice touch if they were similar in scale, or if we do get, you know, a nice detailed Megazord, even if it doesn't transform, but in a 6-inch line, the Lightning Collection line, I'd be down for that. I'm curious, you guys let me know down in the comments below how you would feel about that. I know we have that Zeo Megazord coming, which wasn't announced in any way, shape, or form with the Hasbro Pulse Fan First Friday for Power Rangers, because they absolutely dropped the ball. It was a garbage live stream. as I rant on. So sorry about that, guys. But there's things out there that have now been released that there is just no info on. So the Dino Thunder White Ranger, we still don't know where that's going. Anyway, listen to the Lightning Collective podcast this Sunday. Actually, in that podcast, I think we forgot to talk about the Zeo Megazord, which apparently is part of the Lightning collection. But I want to say that's a 12-inch or 10-inch. Is not going to scale well with the 6-inch figures, but I would like the Megazords in this 6-inch line. I think that would be really cool. You guys let me know down in the comments below what your thoughts on that would be. Okay, so my final thoughts. I'm very pleased with the 2-pack. Yeah, we get another Lord Zedd, but I think the updated painted hands are definitely a nice touch. The figure itself, you know, isn't really different, so that's a little bit unfortunate. So if you didn't get Lord Zedd, you're good, you're covered. If you did, then just know that you're now going to have another one. Yes, it is better, so it sucks that we got that Wave 1 that I guess you may not have a use for. It is what it is. That's the typical thing with action figures. Those things happen. The accessories are pretty awesome in this pack. You know, the Green Ranger Crystal. This is definitely a nice touch that we got that. Even the potion, it was really cool. Again, the cake, super detailed. I really like that. It was a really nice touch that we got that. And then the Rita figure, it's really good. The head sculpt, I think, is really good. It really has that menacing look. When I see it, it's like I get annoyed at her voice just looking at it. So I'm very happy to have Rita Repulsa. So finally, after 10,000 years, we have a Rita Repulsa figure. I don't even remember when I was a kid and had so many Power Rangers toys, if there was even a Rita figure. I remember getting a Lord Zedd when that figure had come out. I remember having Goldar. I remember having a bunch of other villains, but never a Rita Repulsa. So we finally have it. It hits the mark on everything that I've wanted with a Rita Repulsa. But you guys let me know down in the comments below what your thoughts on her is, because I think it came out great. So kudos to Hasbro. GameStop Exclusive might be a little bit tough for some of you guys, but out in the UK, you guys already have it. You know, I think Comics and Cocktails, In Demand Toys maybe, but Dan Who, he actually reviewed it earlier today. He had said in another video, I'm getting it this week. I'm like, that's crazy. What? I think we're getting the end of August, and then later that day, you know, I get charged and it ships, and I'm like, oh, well, damn. There we go. But I'm very pleased to have it. You guys let me know down in the comments below. Did you get yours yet? Is it on the way? Or did you mess up and forget to pre-order? Hopefully you guys can go into your local GameStop store and they may have it available. I'm hearing that if you pre-ordered it in store, you can still pick up, but I also heard it's street dated for August 28th. So look out for that. I'm not really sure how that's going to work. Check out the Lightning Collective podcast this Sunday, August 16th. For Callum and I, as we talk about the reveals of Wave 6 and give you guys our wish list for some upcoming releases of maybe Wave 7 or just any future wave, what we would like to see. If you guys liked the video, please hit that thumbs up button, subscribe if you haven't already done so, and as always, thank you for watching.